Right, 3, 2, 1, and we are. Is there another Bing sound? I think we must have gone live, even without the Bing. It's Sam and Richard and Janet, and I am back in the UK, where it is raining, as it usually is. But there we go. Okay. Yes. Well, let me go and press the screen share button and take us over. We, I believe, have an agenda somewhere. It's probably here. Here it is. Yes, and I now have a new button saying hide. Did you guys have anything? I added a couple of random things to the agenda. Did you guys have anything particular that you would have that you would want to see in the list here?
Yeah. I mean, my only thing is to discuss the things that I have been delinquent on responding to in the emails. I know there's been a few of those, and right. I can tell people how I've been doing with my Spock, if anyone is interested. I know some people are just starting up this week.
Right, indeed. Janet was just saying she's starting on Thursday. And Karma has joined us as well. Hello, Karma. Is that, but that's Rose, I think.
Yeah, hi.
Hey,
hold on a second.
I thought it was a new person called Karma, but it's our friend Rose. There we go.
Nice to meet you, Rose.
Hi, how are you? Sorry, I was having a little balky internet problems here.
No problem, Rose. All right, so you haven't met Janet before?
No, we've never met before.
Not formally, although I've been reading your emails.
I noticed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good show. Yes, so we were just checking on the agenda. Janet, Rose, did you have anything particular to add to the agenda?
Okay, let me just, why don't you go on and I'm just going to check it.
Yeah, I don't really have anything in particular to add. I'm just excited to get started. I have that problem with the answer data reports, but it sounds like it's a real problem with edX, so we'll just leave it to them.
Okay, I just see textbook errata and new meeting time. Is that it?
What? Yes. Why don't you look at the screen that I'm sharing, which shows me updating the page in real time?
Yes, there. Hold on. This is very aggravating.
But you don't need to see it. I am your advanced AI interface. You can use full, just linguistic. You can just say to me things that you are, stuff that's frustrating you that needs to be dealt with, and I will make sure that gets onto the agenda. There'll be no need for you to type anything. It's a pure voice interface here.
Yeah, I just didn't want to repeat things that were already there.
Oh, sure. There's almost nothing there, so don't worry about that.
Okay. Have you heard about the course end date problem?
Yes, I'm interested to look at that together with you.
And I believe it's a non-problem practically.
Well, it still shows up on my registration page as that. And I will tell you, if I can't get rid of that before my students register, all hell will break loose because they will just whine about, the problem. That's there.
Well, why don't we? I guess just a very quick. Why don't we start with a very quick update from me, which is like I'm back. Sorry, I was away, and
yay!
I'm now back.
I hope you had a great time.
Yes, I did. I had a good time. I had kind of a week away from the computer. Then I had 2 weeks, and I actually spent pretty much most of those 2 weeks working on the textbook. I fixed all of the errata in all of the appendices and all the chapters from 1 through 5. And I'm hoping by the end of this week to fix all of the errata and review everything in chapters 6, 7, and 8, and that will then be, well, we'll see. I mean, if I can do it by the end of this week. But hopefully what that will mean is I'll be agitating Armando to release a new version 1.1.1 of the textbook early next week, which, of course, everybody's got the Kindle edition will get free updates to. And hopefully we will have, a textbook which, as of that release will not have any serious glaring technical errors in it. So anyway, that's kind of my big thing. And then I kind of I took so I was at 4 weeks and then I did 2 weeks, and then I was like, I had a trip to Tokyo, and then I was anyway, but it's all good. So that's that. The key thing really that we really must do this week is work out meeting times for next week. The other big news is on Monday I am starting full-time as head of online learning at what is it? It's called Makers Academy. It's the Dev Bootcamp of London. And I'm taking
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm taking a 2-year leave of absence from Hawaii Pacific University. I'm still retaining my position, as it were. I'm still associate professor there, but I'm going to be doing this thing in London with these guys. But so that's probably not going to change so much from your perspective. I'm still going to be available, weekly for these things and on email and so on. But I'm not this particular time, which was good, which has been good for me so far, is probably not going to be so good next week. So we might need to move the meeting to Monday or Wednesday or something. We don't have to decide exactly when, but we should work that out this week. So that's my key updates.
Okay. Do you have any sense, or will it remain to be seen, like whether this makes you sort of more available for the stuff that we're doing, or less, or?
Well, I think what it will mean. I mean, what I'm hoping to do is to be using the AutoGraders framework for the online learning side of the Makers Academy group. What I'm not going to be doing is I'm not going to be running my own SPOC this semester. I am going to be running the MOOC. I think what it should be is there should be a bit more flexibility, I think, in terms of this meeting, as in we could move this meeting to Monday, and we could maybe reserve an hour for it, for example, as opposed to the half an hour that we currently have. But let's see. I mean, I think it's going to depend on
That's fine. And the thing that I wanted to ask about the textbook, I didn't know that there are any changes pending. So my students are, the people who want the print edition, which is all this really affects. I encourage them to order it. Do you have any sense of how that works? In other words, Amazon, anything that's ordered, they're going to probably fulfill right now. And
yeah, but I think, I mean, basically, I would say to everyone, just avoid the print edition like the plague. Really, is my personal. I mean, that I can't say anything, because I mean, I do have a copy of the print edition. I mean, I guess it's a the copy of the printed edition is perfectly fine for somebody who is taking life with a pinch of salt, if you know what I mean. If they can kind of be aware that this is just the nature of the beast here is that there are ongoing updates every couple of months anyway to managing the technology. I mean, I think we are making progress towards locking ourselves into this very version, this latest security release of Rails and so on. But it's just, I think it's a very difficult area in which to have a paper textbook that can't receive updates.
Sure. And my only issue is that if Amazon knew, or whoever's fulfilling this, that there's a new version coming out in a couple of weeks, they should ought to hold off sending.
Well, sure. I mean, yeah.
But there's probably I'm just checking. There's probably too many layers of.
I think the layering
to make that happen.
I'm agitating for this to happen. Armando is away this week. Yeah, I mean, we do have some degree of communication with Amazon, but I mean, we haven't actually managed to get them. Like Armando did the 1.10 release, and that appears in the preview, but it doesn't appear in the cloud edition. So, anyway, I mean, we'll keep working on that. I notice Ed has joined us. Welcome, Ed.
Hello, can you hear me, everybody?
I can certainly hear you. I think yes, everybody can.
Okay, great. Sorry, I don't have my webcam here today, but
no problem at all. No problem at all. Yeah. Webcam is totally optional. I think sometimes people feel that they must have a webcam.
We started our class last Friday, and I started using some of the SAS lectures in 2012 when we've been teaching Ruby on Rails for a number of years.
Right.
And I wanted to hybridize the class to give people an opportunity to work on projects in class. And so the lectures were just perfect, and we just dropped them in, and we're looking to update them with the new lectures this year.
Right.
It's not the whole course, but it's a good part of it. It's, let's say, 30–40% of our course we
take
from this book.
Great. Yes, well, Ed, I've sent you. I don't know if you've seen your email today. I'm all ready to set you up with a SPOC. I just need your edX email address.
Okay. Well, I don't have one yet, but I can set one up.
Great. Good show.
I also should point out I have another class at 12:50, so I have to leave about 12:40, which is in like 25 minutes.
Okay. Right. Yes. Is there anything? Are there any key things that you're blocked or stuck on that we can help you with? I guess you haven't got your SPOC yet, so you're.
Since we just got access to the new lectures yesterday, I don't think we know of anything yet. No. Oh, by the way, hi Janet.
Hi Ed. Good to see you.
Except you don't. But good to see you.
Well, you've got a great picture of you. It looks very realistic.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Taking a real photograph of you.
That was the best out of the 25 that they took, by the way.
Yeah. Good show.
Go.
Good show. I'm sensing that Rose's issue about this course end date is a thorn in Rose's side, and I feel like pulling this to the top of the current pile of things that we might be discussing right now, if that's all right with everybody. Rose, I've got a sort of approximate sense of this issue. Do you want to just sort of like review it for me?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's see. Actually, I could. Oh come on, where's this share? I could actually show you, but.
Yeah, I mean, I also have access to your course, so I'm just.
Right. If you have to go to the info page, there's only one spot that they'll only see like once. I mean, I can.
See, here's the deal. As soon as students see there's any problem, they're going to say, "Oh, let me drop this course."
Okay.
I'm serious. They whine about everything. So I don't want to give them anything to.
Sure. Now, can we identify which is the page that
It's the About page. It's the About page where you go to schedule.
So the About page here says classes start Jan 27, 2014, and classes.
And where do they end?
April 17th, 2013. So
yeah. So no matter what I put in the on Studio, it comes out to April 17th.
Well, let's have a. So this is.
Okay. And I can add something to this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, I've been communicating with edX, and they said it's nothing to do with the settings. It's nothing that will affect anything, and it just has to do with the way things were created.
Yeah, I mean, I know this, but it just seems like there ought to be some way of correcting that.
Yeah, no.
Either that or get rid of it.
Yeah. It's interesting because. I mean, if we look at other courses, for example, I've got here the interesting thing about the Studio, the main ones, the actual that go out the MOOC, is that they don't have about pages in the same way, and they're not editable in the same way. I mean, they have these about pages, but they're not editable. They're also slightly differently formatted. Now, I haven't been like when we've got other various courses, and yeah, this may be a new. So it sounds like what you've done, Rose, is you have, I guess, many times here already set course start and end dates. I mean, is your courses not starting until January? So I'm a bit confused here.
No. My course starts next week.
Right. So what's actually the start date for your course? It's September the.
September. Oh, how did that change? I already had it set. It's September. It's next Wednesday.
September the 3rd.
Yeah.
Right, and so the end date should be sometime in December, approximately.
I think I put December 24th, 2014.
Yeah. Oh, I guess here actually, if I just cancel, maybe I'm in the wrong course. I seem to be in 2014 spring.
No, you're in the wrong course. Yeah.
I'm in the wrong course. So let's go and have a look.
Okay, hold on. Let me get mine.
But none of those settings affect the end date.
Yeah,
right?
we know that. We know that. But I'm just saying, if this is the very first view that students have of this course, it looks very bad. I mean, according to my department. All right?
No, I would agree with you. I mean, I'm surprised. My impression is that I've been able to edit these things previously, and that there hasn't been.
Right.
I mean, Are
you seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen?
Let's see your screen. Yes, I'm seeing your screen there. Yes.
All right. So I have course end date 12/24/2014.
Mm-hmm.
And course end date 12/24/2014.
Yep.
And of course, it's not showing up as such.
So I've got it here. Yeah, you've got it marked as course start date 8/21/2014.
Right. I have that just so that students can start looking at what books they have to get, etc.
Okay. Right. I mean, I think that that's the kind of information that can go into the about.
Here's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, no. I've got the same thing on my. If you see my screen share, I've got exactly the same thing, and I'm looking at
Yeah, I just wanted to be sure we were you know, we had the right course.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to experimentally try editing this to see what effect
it had. You can edit from here to Timbuktu. It's not going to change.
Well,
okay. But and Sam, are you looped in? The guy from edX or Jennifer from edX said that they looped you into this.
Well, they forwarded me some things, but
they said it. You know, they said it.
Jennifer said that that you are the only person who could affect a change in this.
She said it was a cosmetic field unaffected by settings in Studio.
Right. Yeah, it's very strange. I mean, I'm slightly perplexed by it. My sense is that those things have previously worked fine. I know that they have upgraded their whole interface framework, and as a result, you know, as often happens with edX, sometimes there are things that fall through the gaps there. So I may need to have a discussion with them. I can see there that my edits are not having any immediate effect. I was just going to go and look at one of our other courses, for example, which, you know, in the about page, if we look at that, yeah, I mean that. I don't know if I can now subsequently edit that. View about page in Studio, March 21st, 2014.
Now notice that page that you're looking at doesn't have an end date.
Yeah, no, I mean, courses are not required to have an end date.
I mean, I'm fine with either fixing it or just ditching that field.
Yeah, I'm just checking here to see if this, you know, if I oh, I'll go back to the about page now. At least on this system here, on this other course that was previously created, I was able to change this from March 21st to March 20th. So I'm not sure what it is. It's special.
Well, that's the class's start. Class's start, there's no problem. It's the class's end.
Sure. Well, then, I mean, one simple thing that we can do here is remove the end date and see what impact that has on the about page.
In Studio, it has none. And that, I mean, I can corroborate what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know, anything you change in Studio, that information is coming from somewhere else.
No, sure. But like, but what I just showed you here, right? In this one, which is another thing in Studio, right? This one, the start date, I was able to change. I was able to make a change here to the class's start date through Studio.
Sure.
Right. And that works the same. Well, as Rose is saying, it's just the end date that's the problem.
Right, well, I mean, I think also with this one I can set the end date and have it reflect. I think the difference between this course and the course that you guys all have is that this course here is our TA training course, and it was created in Studio and nothing. Look, see, classes end October. I just set that, and that works fine.
Ah, okay.
Right. And so my point is I think that this is peculiar to the fact that what we've done is we've taken a course from the courses that you have are clones of the MOOC, and so what we've done is we've taken a course from the MOOC and we have downloaded that, and then we've uploaded a copy it verbatim into the Edge. This is from main edX into Edge edX, and so it seems like as a result somehow these course end dates or whatever have got stuck. So that's, I mean, I guess the question is, I guess, Rose, you've already made a variety of cosmetic changes to the course?
I've made a lot of changes.
Right.
I mean, I've put in units, moved units, I've done all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Have any of your students enrolled yet in the course?
Not officially.
No.
And the thing is, I was going to send out an email, you know, prior to next week and tell them, look at the course, but I've been holding off until I get you know, like this fixed.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think an approach that I could take here is that what I could do from your course is I could download the XML from your course, like your entire thing, and I could try editing it manually to adjust, you know, presumably somewhere in the XML there's going to be this thing, and I could just sort of blow that away and then re-upload the course and see if that fixes it.
Okay, I have one other suggestion that may work for you, Rose, is what if you just pre-enroll all your students and then they won't have to go to this About page?
You know, the thing is, the About page is giving them a lot of information that I want them to read. I mean, I want to use the About page, and I'm trying to, our enrollment is a little low this semester, so I'm trying to get more students interested. So it's not an issue of necessarily enrolling who I have. It's also an issue of publishing some information about the course so that students might be interested. Right. By the way, can you see my screen?
I can if I click on. Yes, I can see your screen here.
Do you see the pair programming on air and the lack of images?
Yes, I do see that. Yes, I'm not sure why
that's another issue.
Yeah. Do you want to have the pair programming on air tab in there? It can be removed.
No, I want it because I'm going to do a lot of pair programming this semester. We're going to start. The first week of the course, people are dropping, adding, but the second week we're going to start right in with pair programming.
Great.
Also, this help desk hangout.
Oh yeah.
Is this? I mean, what do we create a hangout here, or I don't know if you have any suggestions for this?
Well, it may be that help desk hangout, if it's not popping up. A little hangout thing for you there, then that may be that the plugin for that is not working. But that's something I mean, and that it certainly was working at one point in the main edX MOOC. If that's now not working, that may be a function of the fact that it's on Edge or the changes that they've made or what have you.
Okay, because I was trying to make sense of it and figure out what I had to do to fix it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think what it is that there's, I mean, the help desk hangouts. There's a Google Hangout plugin that we trialed in the, I don't know, which one is it? I know it's on GitHub as well, isn't it? It has certain restrictions on it, like it won't record. We sort of tried it out as kind of like a help desk hangout. We had difficulty keeping it staffed. You know, I think some people had said previously, oh, it would be nice to have just sort of an ongoing, hangout. That people could just sort of drop into. But yeah, I mean,
I was thinking it would be useful for me this semester if I could, basically do that.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, the things I'm saying are that end date, the pair programming on air, all the images are missing. The hangout, I guess I need that plugin.
Well, the plugin is in there. I suspect that it's not working there, but we can come in here and we can say, so the issue specifically for Rose, so we've got the end date in the About page, we've got the pair programming images, and we've got help desk hangout. And I believe we can find a way around some or all of these, or at least find mechanisms for them. But if those are the three key issues, is there anything else that needs addressing?
The pair programming study, is that still ongoing? Is it something that you're?
I mean, it's something I mean, I have still not got access to the data from the MOOC study.
Okay.
I mean, you can still.
If students are interested, can they sign up for this?
Yeah, sure they can.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always, for some reason, I've become a madman. I just accrue huge numbers of videos of people pairing. It's just what I do now. I can't stop myself. It's
fantastic.
I'm seeking
it's an obsession,
help,
sure.
But, there we go.
Okay. Well, we'll do an intervention if necessary.
Well, if you notice it going too far, I'm going to rely on you guys to talk me down.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So I think we addressed, and there was sort of like pair programming study. Good show. Yeah. Okay. And
there's a few other problems or issues I'm having. I don't know if anyone else is. And I'll just throw it out there. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with the course. I'm having a little trouble when I want to get certain buttons showing up and certain buttons not showing up.
Sure.
Making that happen properly. And I can't quite figure out, although I have to put more time into it, how to replace the calendar that is in the syllabus with the calendar I want.
Sure. Right. Okay.
So, some things, do you know a lot of this stuff doesn't show up on Internet Explorer? It's like page not found?
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, Internet Explorer is, of course, the scorched earth of browsers. I mean,
absolutely.
But yeah, well, I mean, what we can do potentially here is, Rose, depending upon how many other things go on now, is you can hang around and we can sort of address some of these things together.
That would be fine. That would be fine. And you know, just like anyone else who's concerned about these issues.
Sure.
Yeah. So go on.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna. It was a Janet's class is starting on Thursday. Now, Janet, I was just to connect. You had a response from edX on this summary data thing. Which was the actual page that you were trying? I'm just interested to see. Make sure I'm on the same page, so to speak.
Let me open up my screen, my course live, and share my screen with you. And I will. Oh goodness, I will have too many windows that are misbehaving. Okay, hang on a second here. Sorry. The screen sharing. I don't find the screen sharing very smooth.
No.
The pop-up keeps popping up behind my other windows.
Right.
That's the window I want to share. Okay. And let's see, I'm viewing my course live here. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen, yes.
Okay, so if I go to instructor, there is a data download page.
Right.
And this stuff all works fine. The grade report works fine. But there's also, it says here, the answer distribution report listed below is generated periodically by an automated background process.
Right.
And yeah, I've been looking for it for days and it hasn't shown up. And edX told me that this is really a problem that's affecting many courses.
Right, I see. And so that's not from the generate grade report.
No, this is to see students' actual answers.
Right, the answer distribution.
For example, the multiple choice questions and text questions.
Right, yes. Now, I'm just looking at this also on the same, if you look at my screen here, so this is on you're on the data download page. So, right. Okay, so there's no button associated with this.
No, it says it's generated automatically.
No, so the one thing that you might try, I don't know if you have this button here, which is called Revert to Legacy Dashboard.
I poked around there and I couldn't find anything.
Right. The thing I was just going to have a look for, I had thought that I had seen previously. So you want the grades, you want the if we go to the data dump.
Students' actual answers.
Yeah. And then. So you've got this download CVS of all responses to a particular problem, download CSV of all student profile data. I feel like I've seen the thing that you're describing in this legacy dashboard previously.
A button to push?
Yeah. What do we got? Dump list of enrolled students, dump grades for all, dump description of graded or something, that's not it. Download all, I think this one here is this all raw grades for all students in this course. I don't know. No, that's not, you want the answer.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe the answers as grades, but the answers.
No, you want the distribution, which I have seen. Let's see.
Oh, hang on a second. I found something labeled problem URL name, download CSV of all responses to problem.
Yeah, I think that.
So if I want to look at a particular problem, I might try that.
Yes, so I think you can maybe do, but I have previously downloaded, I swear I've downloaded like not just for an individual problem, but for, maybe I'm deluding myself. I thought I had done it for, this is not student profile data, we do it with this. Anyway, there's analytics, isn't there? Is that the one that's completely ridiculous? Or it might be that it's just completely ridiculous in the new version of their instructor dashboard. But yes, Richard is back with us. Are you all right there, Richard? I guess Richard might be having internet troubles there. But apart from this issue, Janet, there's nothing else perplexing you or causing you grief at the moment?
Nope, I'm just excited to get started.
Great. So I think maybe then, I mean, for some reason this is being really slow. I think I might. Anyway, it's only. I think here you can get all responses to a particular problem. So the interesting question is, do you know how to get the problem URL name? Because that's actually quite confusing.
Actually, if you could show me that would be lovely.
That's maybe I'll show you that. Richard appears frozen in time. I hope that's not a permanent affliction. But yeah, so yeah, this is kind of bizarre. But let's if I can find a problem.
Let's see. If you go under.
Do you have things that?
Yeah, something where I know students have responded is week -1.
Oh, okay, right.
That's the only part that's released so far.
Right.
I think I asked them, have you set up your development environment yet?
Right.
I gave them 2 choices.
Ah, so this one here. Yes. Have you? Is it? Oh no, that one. This is. Oh, setting up your development.
Well, that one would work too. There is a checkbox there.
Right. Yes. Oh, well, let's go. Anyway, so here I setting up the development environment. So there's this link here which says staff debug info, and if you click on that, you get this part, this thing where it goes /problem/something.
Okay.
Like that is the thing that you need to put into. Okay, that page that was on that there. It's now. Is it trying to go back to? But anyway, that's the URL that you if
okay, and that's from the live version of the site. Staff debugging.
Yeah, if you're
okay,
in,
I think I got it.
Yeah, if you're basically whenever you're in the staff view of your Spock, then you'll get these little staff debug info things associated with whatever, and that's where you can get the URLs for those. Anyway,
Thank
and
you.
then
I think I got it. Thanks.
Yeah, and I still have half a suspicion that you can maybe download the entire batch in that analytics page, but edX is being slow now, so we'll see.
Oh, good. I'm glad that's not just me. I noticed it's really slow too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, that's maybe some minor. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's analytics comments come in there. Oh, so analytics that gives us. You can see actually there on the analytics page now. That this
Boy, that's totally uninformative.
Yeah, incredibly so, isn't it? It's sort of remarkable. They're just. It has got all of these. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But yes, this is all of the problem URLs then with the thing. So if you can kind of like hypothetically guess that these are the things, that's just ridiculous. But so if we go back to data dump there, it's just being really slow. Yeah, we can put that problem name in there, I think, and then download a CSV of that thing. Oh, maybe you just need that. Okay, it's not. There was some other thing before where you had to put.
It looks like you want the full URL starting with I4X. I just got it to work.
Oh, did you? Oh, well done. Well done. You're outpacing me. I'm out of practice here. Right. I4X.
And
yes, there we go.
I'm opening it up in Excel, and I'm guessing it will be hideous.
It may be not as hideous as you imagine. I mean, this one, or at least. Oh no, it's pretty hideous. But anyway, let's have a look. There was.
Because there was someone complaining earlier that it was hideous.
Yeah, on
the edX forums.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen something nicer at some point. At least, I mean, I've always been really irritated that I haven't been able. This one, interestingly, here, this seems to show, like all. This is interesting actually. I think I've seen this. This seems to show actually the specific attempts by individual users. I have before downloaded something that actually doesn't show any of the usernames, annoyingly, but that it does have like all of the problem distributions.
Like a histogram?
Or at least just it's got like the number of times that, like, if you have like 5 optional answers, it has the number of times that each one was selected.
Right.
Which, is as an overview.
Yes, that would be useful.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not now seeing that in the legacy thing. Yeah, that's strange. Dump grades for all students in the course. Download CSV of all student grades for this course. Dump all raw grades for all students. I wonder if this. I have a feeling that this is this all raw grades for all students. Anyway, Richard, how are you doing?
My computer. I'm doing fine. Much better than my computer.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Yes. Well, I would say generally, if your computer's not doing very well, shut the video off.
Yeah, that's what I had just done. I just wanted to let you know that I was still alive.
Oh, good, because I was concerned there for a minute that you'd been frozen in time. We would need Doctor Who to sort you out there.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, there is a new Doctor. He's very friendly apparently. Anyway, but so yeah, so we've I think we've got Rose. I was sort of I've got about another 20 minutes. I was thinking we could try and make some progress on some of your issues. Which
that would be great.
We have now.
I mean, I don't want to take over if other people have more pressing things.
Well, I mean, I think we've addressed. Ed had to go, and we've addressed at least superficially some of Janet's issues. Richard,
Okay.
You mentioned talking about delinquency. I mean, is there anything more pressing than us sort of fixing?
No, I'm seem to be doing okay. I'm very happy that you're still around just in case anything were to come up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably be releasing my Homework Zero very shortly. So is there anything about the AutoGraders working more or less as far as we know?
I guess I should probably check that they are.
Or I'll find out soon.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a good idea for you to submit.
Sure. I'm not.
yourself.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, basically, yeah. I'm not sure if but I think the order is basically going to be me. Yeah, I'm going to be just around from now, and so if there are any issues with the AutoGraders,
that's fine. I was just, there wasn't any problem. It was just, if there was a problem, I wasn't sure what, it would be a lot harder to deal with. So everything's cool. And my only delinquency has to do with, I think there were a few emails that I think I could have given intelligent responses to that I procrastinated on. So.
Well, that's that. In the litany of sins, I think that's a really
that's
cool
good. I got and I was able to get all the videos and stuff linked up. And
yeah, well, I was going to say fantastic work for covering, while I was away. I think it's great that people could get that support, and it's. I mean, I guess people seem reasonably comfortable with the Agile Ventures thing, and I guess we'll carry on using that.
Yes, and I think we should all give at least 3 cheers to Richard for
Yay!
taking that mantle upon himself.
Hooray! Hip, hip.
Yes,
Hooray!
Sam, your shoes are very hard to fill, and Richard did a wonderful job.
It's it's great to be part of. It's great. It's great to have the community kind of rallying around.
Right. Yeah. So as far as the migration to Agile Ventures, all those resources on the Google sites, that's something that we have to decide. Are we updating that? Are we moving it? Or are we archiving and moving on?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I think it's difficult because it would be nice to be able to move everything over. I think maybe in some ways there's so much stuff. I mean, what we could do with is, I mean, in some ways the key need that I sort of see is that for people who are getting set up with Spox, they need, rather than an entire site full of stuff so much, they need kind of like a walkthrough that says, okay, you need to deal with this and this and this, and kind of, it needs to be all organized. I don't know that I necessarily have the resources to put something like that together, but maybe that's something we could start to create together in Agile Ventures and be pulling stuff over as necessary. I'm not sure. I mean, Agile Ventures is particularly focused on the programming side of things, which is supporting the AutoGraders, rather than it necessarily being although I mean, edX is an open source framework, we haven't managed to get the edX open source people involved in Agile Ventures. I mean, we had a few sort of hiccupy, starty things, but yeah. So I think that's sort of up in the air. It sort of ends up to us as the community about how we best want to pursue that, really. Yes.
And we can keep, I mean, I guess, unless there's any compelling reason or good tools in Agile Ventures, we can keep the Google sites and just make things easier. And the only issue is these teleconference notes.
Yeah. Which is sort of, I mean, I don't know to what extent people are referring to the I mean, I think it's nice to have the notes. It's nice for new people coming into the community to see all that's there. I don't know how critical it is that it's all in one place, particularly.
Yeah, we could just make a link to it from the Google sites and stuff like that, if that's easiest. It really just has to do with what's easiest for anyone.
Yeah, in the first instance. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so anyway, I'm just looking at some of Rose's issues here. So the issue here with the PNGs here for the what's it called, for the pair programming, is that the URLs there are kind of hard coded into the previous URL of the course. So I mean, what I can just quickly do there for you, Rose, is I mean, other people would need to do the same thing, but if I just
well, you just have to swap the root.
Yeah.
Kind of
So if I grab this and I just do a Control F and put that in there, and we do a replace, and we go and look at what the URL for your course is, which looks like this.
Yeah.
So then we've got /C4X / there. So it should be that. So that's the replacement. I'll just do
that makes sense. I was hoping to have a chance to try that, but gosh, I just been so busy. I didn't even get to it.
I mean,
but that was my first guess.
Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing there is that the yeah. I mean, that's looking like that should now. I mean, the full. If we just try saving that and looking at it again. Oh, I think that from there it might not work. If we then look at the view live, the assets, including the images and all that sort of stuff, should be. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we'll leave that first one worked. Oh, okay, so I think.
They're coming in now. There we go. And I saw Sam smiling in there.
Yeah,
so.
oh yeah, they got a nice. This is the highlight of this is a big. Let's hang out. Welcome, hang out.
There it is. Look what I was missing.
A number of those have worked. Although it would be nice if there was a. Is this the page? This is pages. For some reason, some of them are a little bit. Why is that one? So what's happened to this? So that one.
Yeah, that's curious.
Start hangout on air.png. That's okay. This one. Hangout on air dialog.png. Okay. But let's hangout on air.png. Control F. Can I search in there for PNG? I can, but I'm not sure what happens. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Huh. Well, that's interesting actually, because I thought I just changed them to be something. They all seem to have switched over now. They've all switched over to static /, which seems not unreasonable, but okay. Which is that? I mean, that's a much more sensible URL for them to have, to be the /. I mean, I think it seems. I think the set of issues that we have are a lot there related to the fact of maybe differences between the main edX and edge.edX, and this fact that we take the MOOC and we could have clone it and then push it up there. That suggests that we are maybe missing some images there.
So, well, I don't think we're missing the images, because I went hunting and the resources, and they seem to be there.
Yeah. Well, at least certainly many of them are there. If we just look here at this one, and we I mean that one. So that one, for example, is hangout on air dialog.png, and then we've got they've got so many of these.
Yeah.
But so if we go, can we just go to like one of these? Open down the file, text.png. Yeah, so what we would be looking for here for this one is if we select the image element, it's looking at this is see those static links get translated into something specific for the course. But that seems to imply that certain, like that hangout on air dialog.png is at least not immediately present. I mean, one could look through here and see. It would be nice. Is there some way to filter these?
I swear that one in particular I found. Yeah, and this thing, to search through it is a nightmare.
Yeah. So that's all of those things. So what we're looking for? Oh, Control F. It's hangout on air dialog.png. Not seeing it in there. Find it in this page. Oh, that's. I wonder if there's a capitalization
Oh.
issue there or something. We've got
It's probably something trivial.
It usually is with computers.
Yeah.
Although I'm hang on, dialog completed. I'm not seeing that particular one there.
And which one are we looking for?
This one is this Hangout on Air dialog.
.png, yes, and
Yeah.
it's so it's static / yeah.
I mean, it seems
Hangouts
not
on
to be
Air.
there. I mean, I have, of course, this. This is in screenshots. Hangout on Air dialog. I mean, I've got that here, and the simplest fix for you for this would be to immediately upload that one so that you have a copy in your course.
Yeah.
What I just did was Dropbox screenshots. We got. Why does this photo output? Hangout on Air dialog. That one. Okay, so that's now present. If I just do that in here, reload this page. Let's see. Yeah, so that's in there, and then we've got. So there's just two for some reason that are missing. I'm not.
Yeah.
Why
There's just those two now.
That's that two. So now let's have a look at this one, and this one is Hangout on Air dialog completed, which is spelled incorrectly, but no, it is spelt incorrectly there. I don't know if it actually exists. The version that I've got for it. So if we go back to that's this one, edit image dialog. Okay, yes, all right. So that one is there. Okay, so I think that's your pair programming page is looking good, as in at least it looks. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, no broken image links there.
Ah, here we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it's all there.
At least one thing fixed today. I always like to fix one thing. So that's.
All right.
We'll just put that in there. Fix. So this help desk hangout thing. The I've got up here. This is the. This is the Google thing that they created.
Yes, that's not showing up.
No. And it's just you're just supposed to be able to insert that thing in there. And what we have, we don't need that anymore, and we don't need that anymore, and we don't need that necessarily. And let's come over here in the pages. We are looking at pages. We're looking at the help desk hangout, and we'll look here. And if we look at the HTML, we've got So I think we've got the components there that we are supposed to have. If we just compare that with, we're grabbing that from Google. I mean, that's, let's just check that Google JavaScript is coming in properly. Yeah, that's there. And so I think it may just be that page now. Oh, I lost that page now. Oh, that was that page, and that's this page. I want to see the actual page. Go view live. Help desk hangout. So we could just have a quick look in here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we've got like a MIME type. Yeah. Okay. So I think this may be a browser update issue in that now this we've now got this. We're kind of like basically we could get around this by hosting this JavaScript file somewhere where it would give the right MIME type. I wonder if that's on a CDN somewhere. Yeah, it might work in other browsers actually. It seems like that's
really.
I wonder. So if we've got a CDN for this, if this CDN. Yeah. I mean, I think what we might find is that this is this will work in different browsers that are less strict than Chrome.
Oh, Chrome. Yeah, that's right.
We'll see. Yeah, see there. That's working in Firefox. So that's a Chrome strictness issue. And so I mean, you could experiment with it in Firefox or something and see if you and see if it's something that you want, and we could maybe look into this. Okay, that's interesting. Although somebody's got a solution here that we could fix maybe immediately. I love fixing things immediately.
Well, that would be wild.
Indeed. Oh no, is it the wrong thing? No, that's the wrong page. Help us hang out. Okay. There's a suggestion in that Stack Overflow post that if we replace that with this and say that, then let's see. There you go. That's working now.
Oh my goodness.
So have fun with that. I mean, yeah, what is nice about it is that when you start it up, you get to see a list of who's in there. So unlike, we're hoping to actually provide the same functionality with Agile Ventures, so you can see participants in there. I think that's really important for Scrums.
It's fabulous.
Yeah. So I mean, this creates a hangout, and yeah, it can't be recorded, but that's if that's not necessarily what's the word, a showstopper. Yeah. So now I think I'm probably gonna. So this one. Yeah, I mean the pair programming study is in principle ongoing. All of the things that people can do stuff with that. Yeah, I mean if you maybe want to, if you've got other specific issues like let's say with these buttons or whatever, and then if Rich has got more time now, I probably need to go. But yeah, any other details on those about this end date in the about page? What I did just do is I believe with this download a dump of your course here.
Oh, okay.
Which can I just expand there to look at? That's the tar and then there. So this is your course there, and so it looks like here. Yes, it looks like that end date is hard coded.
Yeah.
Into there.
That would be the problem.
So I mean, in particular, what I want to do is I don't want to lose the changes that I just made to your course. So what I could do again is I could export that. I mean I didn't think that it was going to be that specifically there. I guess what it is that because the MOOC doesn't have an about page in the normal sense, and what we would like ideally, of course, is to be able to just not have an about page and have it accessible and adjustable through the you know what I'm talking about, through the studio, as would make perfect sense. And I wonder if we can achieve that by deleting just the about section, and then that would kind of be ignored and be, treated differently, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense?
I'm not following you.
No, I'm not sure if I'm following myself, but that's all right. What have I got here? Yeah, it's this one. What it seems like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to experimentally do this and upload it into a different course. And just what I'm just wondering is, like, none of this. This is all. It's just a series of like hard-coded, like thing. Although this one you must have updated. Yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I updated a lot of stuff, but
some of these things here. I mean, I wonder here if I just delete the end date from this, and then so this is like Bing Canton adjusted like that, and then so I'm gonna have to look at some downloads. I should go, but it's so much fun. I have so much fun with these things. CD down loads, and then if I do tar x ZF No, I want to create one, don't I? CZF. What is it? That one. Like this. Can I just do that? There we go. Oh, whoops, I always forget the... Do I have to give it a... Like, rows.tar.gz. Okay. I always get the order wrong. We want rows.tar.gz. That's right. Isn't that right? Why is it from that?
Oh.
Is it thinking about it? What is it doing? I don't know. I think that's right. CZF. That should create a rows.tar. Let's do over here. We do a man tar. Yeah. So what is it? It should be files, directories, archive file. There you go. Tar, archive file, files, directories. Is it thinking about it? What's it doing? Ooh, it might have worked. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yes. But, okay. I think that's worked. Right. So what we could do then is we could go and we could experimentally go here, and we could create a new course. And anyway, I guess I should really go. But I think what I will maybe experiment with later and get back to you on is I think I can probably make changes and get it back and working for you, if you know what I mean.
That'd be great.
Oh, what is it? I have it. I shouldn't use that test course. No, I should go. Okay, anyway, let me get back to you, and what I'll do is I'll create another course and I'll upload that into it, and then you can have a look around and check that I haven't like catastrophically broken other parts. And once you're good with that, then I'll upload that over your existing course, and then hopefully it will all be fixed.
Yeah, that would be great. That sounds like a good solution.
Okay, all right. I'll get back to you soon, guys. It's great catching up with you again, and
thanks, Sam.
yeah,
Good to have you back.
Yes, fantastic.
Good to be here, and yeah, I'll be on email touch working out when will be the next good time to meet. As I say, Tuesday is not going to be so good for me.
Very good.
All right.
I'm flexible.
Bye for now.